Today I decided I'm going to raw dog prey. And what does that mean exactly? Well, that means anything that is in my inventory cannot be used. No weapons, no stuns, no glue gun, no heals, no neuromods, and no skill tree. Is this going to be possible? Or are we going to run into a roadblock in the game system that prevents us from going any further? I think we could do it on Nightmare. Realistically. If you guys see me doing this...
Hey, Morgan, wake up.
Starting the run, we try and do a glitch from the world record speed run that will help by skipping the first 15 minutes of the game. Okay, I broke my own door. Maybe if we grab it. Guys, trust me, it was really cool when he did it. I don't know what how do I have this much glass in this bathroom? Hey, open that back up. What was that? Why do I hear glass breaking? But there is... What? Nothing's broken! What is that noise? Tell me this... What even is going on? Please let me up. Please. I worked so hard to get to this point. Ha! Ha! No? Okay. Huh? Huh? Get up, please! Ah, let's go! I did it! I did it! I mean, I did it. First try. I saved so much time, dude. There are 3 technical endings in this game, and we are going after the fastest one, which is just to escape Talus 1. And in order to do that, we have to get access to the Who is December side quest. And we begin by trying to get to my office.
The trauma center.
Detected. Welcome back.
Oh, they're in.
This has been your home.
Oh, how did my thing not kill him?
The video should be on your workstation.
Stay back. Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to that. Well, in my office, I discover that I have amnesia and I left a videotape to myself. This is all a part of the story that's going to help us get the other endings, but we don't care about the story. We're just gonna get off as soon as possible. All you have to know is that the tape stopped halfway through, so now we have to go to the hardware labs, which is where the server's at that the tape was playing on. No! Oh! That jump's a lot harder to do under pressure. Wait, we clutch up? Jump up! Run! Ah! We ran to the wrong room! Unlock? Oh! To get into the room that we need to reset the servers, we have to find an ID badge from this guy named Dr. Calvino. The only problem is that Dr. Calvino is outside of the space station. And usually the only way you can get out to the space station to fly around and get the ID badge is by going through the space station lock. Break my legs. Run!
Free air launching. If you do go out there, I wouldn't stray far. You don't have a propulsion.
Where's I'm stuck? Get up! I just want to read what it says! Don't light me on fire! Propulsion system required, Frank.
Propulsion system.
The reason why we're not allowing the propulsion system here is that yes, it does not require any user interfaces to use. However, it does require crafting materials in order to craft, and crafting materials reside in the inventory. And since we can't use anything inside our inventory, we can't get the propulsion system. Oh, we're about to get burned back here. My boy is coming in hot. Now at this point, a lot of people in my position will create an exception to the rules. Like, oh, so it's impossible to go outside then. You need the propulsion system. There's no way of getting around this. So it makes sense to have more leniency with myself. But one of my least favorite things is creating an exception to a challenge. So I will try absolutely everything to work my way around this.
Hello, are you here for an appointment? Diagnosing. Looks like you have...
It can open vents? What? What? Move! 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 Okay, we're alive. We're alive.
That side of the lab was breached.
Okay, you can't open that.
No gravity.
I know you can't open
There's an
that.
exterior.
We're gonna try some stuff first. Stuff that involves us glitching through the roof. This game is. Ah! I start by trying to do something similar to the stool that we did at the beginning of the game by stacking up objects in this room and trying to glitch through the ceiling. But turns out, unfortunately, not all the ceilings in this game are made out of jelly, so we need to go find a different option. My next idea is to head back to the lobby where we can try another glitch from the world record speedrun. He uses this glitch to skip the entirety of the hardware labs. However, he uses a glue gun to do it, and we're not allowed a glue gun, so I knew this glitch wasn't going to help us very much, but I thought running around the out of bounds trying to get something to work would at least give me more progress than what I was doing in the other room. But unfortunately for this run, even after following a tutorial on YouTube, I could not get this glitch to work. So I decided to reload my save back into the hardware labs and start searching for another room that I can glitch out of. But there was no room that was optimal to do this on, as every room had its downsides. This room next to the server room, for example, already had low potential, but after discovering that phantoms can open the door, this was not going to be a room that I would hang out in. I would then try the big workshop, but there was no real way of getting to the ceiling as this room was way too tall. I did some research and found out that there was one particular glitch to get out of bounds in the hardware labs on YouTube. The only thing is that they do use the glue gun here, which seemed to be integral for the glitch to work. But since I had no other options, I decided to try and get the glitch to work with just random objects I find on the floor. So I sneak down onto this balcony to find a sign that I can use, just because it's an object that I know I'll be able to throw up high enough to bring up with me to this corner. And after some trial and error, we are able to get our head through the roof just to see the out of bounds. However, I do get stuck and I'm not able to move at all, which means this isn't gonna work. I go back down to the balcony to try and find an object that's a little bit bigger that might work a little better. I settle on this chair, and although it looks seamless, this actually took a lot of resets and a lot of time in order to throw this chair in the right positions for it not to fall down. But eventually I do get it up. I go to put it in the corner, and well, okay. You guys don't know because I forgot to unhide the live split on my OBS, but at this point we are actually 2 hours in. So managing to actually break into the out of bounds was a big relief for me. And now it's all about traversing it. I make my way past a bunch of invisible walls for about 10 minutes before I'm able to find the exact spot where the ID badge is. Getting close enough takes me into the anti-grav mode, which is kind of cool because we don't actually have the equipment in order to be able to do that. The game just assumes we have it. After finally grabbing the ID badge, we can leave the hardware labs and go back to our office to finish the tape. And thank goodness, because this place was so dangerous. But little did I know that chaos was waiting for me in the lobby of Talus 1. Ah! Oh my gosh, mimics! Being chased by an etheric phantom. Ah, greater mimics. Ah!
Vital signs critical.
Seriously? Oh! Oh! Oh no! Okay, I'm alive somehow. Oh my god. Ah, the turret's broken. No, I got stuck. Oh my gosh, I'm alive. I don't know if this is gonna work, but enough. It's not 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 enough. Whew. Oh my goodness gracious, that was tough. A total and utter fiasco. But now that we finally started the tape, all the doors will lock and shut to my office, so we are in a safe spot. And I must relish in it because there's not a lot of safe places in this game, and I have a whole lot of chaos in front of me. Now that the tape is over, the game will birth January, a little robot that's supposed to help us get to the good ending of the game. But January is just important for us because he gives us a little key card that we need in order to get to the December quest. And it's at this point that I realized that throwing objects at enemies does not damage them. I totally thought that this would be our method to kill enemies throughout the game, but they only do damage if you have the leverage upgrade from the neuromods tab.
Yeah, none of these do damage, bro. I can do no damage in this run.
That keycard we got from January gives us access to the Psychotronics door. Once we enter it, that's when the December quest triggers. December is a little robot just like January, except its purpose is to help us escape Talos 1. It sends us into the neuromod division to find a keycard to a private escape pod. And this is also where we get our first kill. Woo! Let's go! Our first kills! Now all we have to do is get down to the key just to find out that the key has been moved by our brother Alex Yu, which means we came down here for nothing and now we have to get back out. But the unlucky thing for us is that doing the stool glitch at the very start apparently closes a lot of the doors that you need to get out of this place.
Wow, getting stuck there was unfortunate.
Just want them off my butt, dude. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh my gosh, I did it! I don't know what I did, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Thankfully, we don't spend too long there, and on our way back to the lobby, we see January attempting to kill December because he doesn't think it's right for us to leave Talos 1, but we don't care what January thinks. We are on our way to find this escape pod key. December thinks it's in our brother Alex Yu's bedroom, and in order to get to it, we have to go into his office to find his key. So next up, our plan is to get into the Arboretum, but we have quite a few things to do before we can get to that. While following the objective waypoints in the map, I do have a little bit of a slip up, and I start following the waypoints for the main mission, not realizing I wasn't tracking the December quest alone. So I do end up going back into the hardware labs for no reason, wasting a little bit of time there before realizing what I've done. And this is also where I realized the live split has been hidden this entire time. Yeah, that's my bad. But at least now we can start heading in the right direction for the Arboretum, which is in an area called Psychotronics. Oh? How did I avoid fall damage there, dude? There's just no way. Getting into Psychotronics, December just wants us to grab the Psychoscope real quick and then head back into the neuromod division to loot his corpse. This gives us the code to Alex Yu's safe, which we will need later. After getting the code, we can go right back into Psychotronics to actually start making our way to the Arboretum. And this is where we discover our next big issue. The door forward is locked. There's a hallway full of flames across this room. Maybe that will help.
Signs critical.
So I did that for what? For nothing. For nothing. For nothing. Gotcha. According to January, the only way past this door is to finish the test, which refers to a test that Talos 1 would do on humans at the time to see how aliens would interact with them. With the click of the button, this human turns right into a voltaic phantom, and now we have to kill it. Kill it? With what weapons? With what objects you can throw that would do any damage whatsoever? Oh, I know, maybe we can kill it by praying. It's been a while since I believed in a religion, but maybe it'll work. Maybe by God's grace, this phantom will just delete itself. Because how else am I going to kill this thing? I have an idea, actually. Hey buddy, come here. Woohoo! This way. Don't forget about me. Okay.
Warning, examination theater compromised.
Look at me. Oh boy, he's a lot closer.
Signs critical.
He is tanky, dude. Oh! Oh! Oh, he does damage just by being around me. Nice.
Vital signs critical.
Okay, yeah, I did not throw that far enough.
Examination theater compromised. Warning, examination theater compromised.
Please stop.
But what we're gonna do is...
Examination.
People are quick to project humans.
With the Voltaic Phantom finally dead, we can move on to Guts. This place works as a hub connecting most other places in the map, but it's just going to be important for us because it's going to help us get to the Arboretum. Also, if you can tell that my voice sounds a little bit different now, it's because I'm sick, okay? Please ignore it. We can make our way through these tunnels by kind of just rushing through them, but at some point we come across a locked door, and the code for the locked door is randomly generated. It's found on a body that happens to be right next to a cryoid nest. These things are really annoying because they just follow you around until when they're close enough, they explode. And being on 20 HP, that means I'm just gonna die instantly to any hit that I can take. So this does end up taking a while, but after a little bit, I'm able to drive by this corpse to loot it and narrowly escape my death through this door. After that, we find ourselves behind yet another locked door. This one requires a key card. This one isn't too bad though. It's also on a corpse in a room above this tunnel in a reactor. It's guarded by a few cryoids, but they end up taking care of themselves by blowing up this explosive pipe, and we're able to move on pretty easily. Once unlocking that door, we make it to the main part of Guts, and now we're basically at the Arboretum. We just have to hug this conveyor belt to get a little speed boost to get past this Weaver, and then we're there. Once we load in, we immediately get attacked by a mimic, because of course we do, and we also end up seeing a nightmare, which is pretty interesting because it is a creature that only spawns on nightmare mode, and it's pretty devastating because it hunts down the player, and it's pretty unavoidable. Luckily, we don't run into it later in this playthrough, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. And in the middle of the Arboretum, you'll see a big building on top of a bunch of rocks. This is Alex's office, and this is where our goal is. We just have to find a way up.
But it was around the garden, and we are not next to the garden, so hopefully... Oh man. I'm not to be kidding me. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? There's no way I just did that, dude. What did I just do?
Now that we're in the office, we head towards the safe, and we find out that there is a big box in front of the vent that requires leverage to move. I instinctively grab this chair to try and chuck it at this box to see if objects can move it, and while goofing off, I do realize that it moves a little bit.
Oh, you see it moving? See it moving? I see it moving. Oh! 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 Dude, I thought leverage. I thought we couldn't get past leverage. All right.
Now that we have the key to Alex's suite, we have to go to the crew quarters to get into it. And so we grab the crew quarters key card from the deep storage area and then head into the crew quarters. And now we are nearly done. All we have to do is make it to Alex's suite.
So this place is really dangerous.
Looking for me with black eggs behind your eyes. Come closer.
And I'm dead already.
Yes. I see you. Another
No.
puppet.
So in order to get to Alex's suite, we have to go up this grav shaft, this little elevator at the other side of the room.
What? You two? Come.
Okay, we're just gonna go see what it needs.
You
A code that we don't have.
And it turns out the code, which is also randomly generated, so I can't just look it up, is in a room directly left the entrance.
You want to come into a kitchen?
Vital signs critical.
Insane. Where will this skin think with all the puppet bombs? You run out of puppets, huh? Maybe you starve. You can't fight that beast voice. Can't get me, can you?
Looks like you've had a rough day. This won't take long. Hold on.
Oh my god.
And with the private escape pod key, we can head back into the Arboretum and leave Talus 1.
Guys!
Don't.
Woo!
I'm only a shallow.
Took some time, but we did it. It's nice to have these little smaller videos for once. I mean, 6 hours is anything but small, but it's just like, and compared to all the other stuff we've been shooting recently, like, it's just taken so long. It's gonna be nice to have a week dedicated to something really short. No heals, no inventory, no items, no weapons, no propulsion system, no crafting, no upgrades, nothing. And we beat the game. GG's.